The price of gold rose 53% under President Trump's first term. With many of the same factors that drove gold's previous rally still in play, could we see a repeat performance during Trump's second term? Well, first, it's important to know that historically, presidential elections only have a temporary impact on gold prices. After the recent election, gold prices dropped from their all-time high of $2,800 per ounce. If gold prices follow prior historical trends, the election impact will fade as the fundamentals kick back in. So, to answer that question on whether gold prices will increase under President Trump's second term, we need to understand the fundamentals that drove gold prices up during President Trump's first term. In my opinion, there were four factors: trade tensions, especially between the United States and China, Fed rate cuts in response to a slowing economy, inflation fears from lower interest rates, higher government spending, and rising deficits. But the biggest boost in gold prices came from the economic crisis caused by the shutdowns of the global economy because of the COVID pandemic. So, looking forward to today, on trade tensions, President Trump will likely follow through on his campaign promise to implement tariffs and retaliate against those countries that he believes has unfair trade practices toward the United States. So expect trade tensions to increase. Also, expect the Federal Reserve to continue interest rate cuts, but for a different reason than his first term, where cuts were made to stimulate the economy, and now cuts are made because inflation's coming under control, and the Fed is concerned that if rates stay too high for too long, they may push the economy into a recession. Trump also has advocated for tax cuts and increased government spending, which would have the net effect of increasing the federal deficit. And finally, it's hard to predict if there will be another COVID pandemic, but if there was, it's also hard to predict how the Trump administration would handle it. There are two other factors to consider that did not impact gold prices as much during Trump's first term. First, there's greater geopolitical instability today, namely the Russia-Ukraine war, the tensions with China, and the widening war between Hamas and Israel. Second, central bank gold buying, especially among BRICS-aligned countries, have been record-setting the last few years. Taken all together, there is a probable scenario that gold prices will rise under a second Trump administration. But will that happen? It's really hard to predict, especially with so many unpredictable factors. A change in administration between political parties during such a geopolitical unstable time likely means economic uncertainty. So what can you do to protect your retirement in this environment? If your retirement investments do not include gold, considering diversifying your portfolio to include some gold. One way to add precious metals to your retirement portfolio is through a precious metal IRA. I have one, and mine is from U.S. Money Reserve.